guys! Okay, so in today's video, I have a couple haunted home updates, I suppose. I have not posted a Spirit Story Saturday in a while, and I know it's not Saturday at the time of me filming this, but nonetheless, I couldn't wait until this coming up Saturday. I had to go ahead and share all of this with you guys because it's been a minute since I've shared some spooky updates. So I have primarily been focusing on my paranormal investigations, and I haven't really done a sit-down video with you guys in a minute. A little while back on my channel, I posted an update that my boyfriend and I bought a house together, and we were both experiencing a few things in the beginning. Things kind of quieted down a bit, but since then a few more things have happened and I want to share those with you guys. So in the beginning, you know, we had a few things happen. I covered that in that recent video that I mentioned, and for quite a while things seemed pretty calm, but just recently a few more things have occurred. So I'll start with the big incident that has happened. My boyfriend was sleeping on the couch. Sometimes he falls asleep on the couch because I tend to go to bed a lot earlier because I have work in the morning, and the shift that he works is a little bit different. So sometimes he'll stay up later than me. He'll hang out in the living room, watch TV, and sometimes he falls asleep on the couch. So he fell asleep on the couch and he began to have a very weird dream. He was laying on the couch and a dark figure was standing over him. Right as he kind of noticed this said figure, he began feeling like he was being choked. He couldn't breathe, and then he woke up from this nightmare gasping for air, choking, feeling like he had just been choked. So very scary. I'm not going to immediately say, oh, that's definitely paranormal, but it's very odd because he's only had one other dream similar to this with a dark shadow figure, also when he had fallen asleep on the couch, and I covered that in my last video. So just awfully coincidental. Just seems to be a little bit odd, like maybe there is something there. And then another incident that occurred was I was standing in the living room. So if you're standing in my living room facing the dining room, to the left is a hallway. And from my office film room to my bedroom is a straight shot through the hall. So I'm standing there and my mother was over and she was bent down doing something, and I saw in the hallway some small mass move along the hallway floor from my film office room to our bedroom. And so I thought it was weird. So immediately I walked in the hall and I looked in my bedroom because I thought it was my dog. But when I looked at my bedroom, nothing was there. And literally, just like you would expect in a movie, my mother starts talking to my dog in the living room. So I look over. He had been laying on the floor behind where my coffee table is. So from my viewpoint in the beginning where I was standing, I couldn't see him, so I didn't know he was there. He had been laying there the whole time. So I told my mom what happened, and she was like, well, maybe it was your cat, because I had a cat pass away several months back. And so one can hope that it was a gentle spirit such as that. Other than that, I'm not sure what it could have been. I will note that in my previous video, one of the stories I shared was that my boyfriend saw some small type of anomaly of some sort move along the floor next to him. So it's interesting because I kind of wonder if we saw the same thing. Whatever this spirit is, it's odd that I feel like we both saw the same thing, potentially. The other and final update I have for you guys is kind of eerie. I was laying in bed one night and I thought I heard a woman singing it was very weird. I could not make out specific words. It was almost like muffled and almost moaning like, but almost in a sing-songy way where it was like several syllables. It's hard to explain, but almost like you would imagine if you heard a spirit in another room singing. It's very hard to explain. But the sound came from, in my opinion, kind of by my bedroom window. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a neighbor, and I just, I ignored it, I brushed it off. Though I was very creeped out because it definitely sounded like it was in the house. So I just brushed it off. The next day, my boyfriend, who was not in bed with me, he was, again, at this point, it wasn't very late at all. He was still in the living room, again, watching TV, hanging out. He told me, he was like, "Did you hear something weird last night?" And I was like, "That's weird that you say that, because yes." And he went on to tell me that he thought he heard a woman singing. And he was like, it sounded like it was in the house. And I was like, okay. So I told him my experience, and that I was like, maybe it was just a neighbor. And he was like, I'm not saying it couldn't have been, but it sounded like it was in the house. And I was like, yeah, to be honest, it really did. And I don't really know what to make of that. And my hair is doing weird things. So to be completely honest, I understand that, I do these paranormal investigations. I'm not saying that stuff never follows me or anything like that, but here's the general gist of it. Things have followed me my entire life. Even before I did paranormal investigations, things have been attracted to me. It's just how it's always been. One of the reasons my interest has been piqued in the paranormal is because growing up, I had constant paranormal experiences. So I dedicated my life to researching the paranormal. So even if I did not do paranormal investigations, these kinds of things would still happen to me. It's just how it is. And so I will continue to do paranormal investigations because to me, things are going to be attracted to me regardless. And I want to know more. I want to conduct research. At the end of the day, it is a science. So that is what I'm doing, is conducting research into the other side. Regardless of if I did paranormal investigations or not, I would still experience paranormal happenings in my home because that is how it's always been, even before the paranormal investigations. So before anyone's like, well, you probably have all these things happening in your house because you go to all these haunted places, all of these things happened before. And to be completely honest, I feel like they always would. And as far as, bringing home extra spirits, considering myself psychic sensitive, know that the particular spirits and beings that come through are not ones from those locations. I don't think I have ever been followed by a spirit from one of these locations. I think a few things have happened after them, but I feel like it's more residual energy kind of brought back that kind of goes away. It's hard to explain. You kind of have to be in my situation to understand what I mean. I probably sound like a crazy person, but that's just how it is. So with that being said, I know this video was a little rambly. I have not had a sit-down video with you guys in a while, so I'm sorry if it's a little all over the place. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have more paranormal investigations coming up, hopefully a Halloween special, so that'll be fun. With that being said, if you've come across my channel and you like my content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to like this video, comment if you wish. The subscriptions, everything of that nature, it really helps me out. So I appreciate you guys. Feel free to sub. And with that being said, just keep watching.